Now at 6, President Biden announces student loan forgiveness. We'll take a look at the numbers and ask for your opinion. Plus, details about a tax levy on the Joplin Public Library. And we speak to 2 Ukrainian natives living in Joplin on what Ukraine's Independence Day means to them.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The burden is so heavy that even if you graduate, you may not have access to the middle-class life that the college degree once provided.
College students and graduates can look forward to relief on their student loans. This is KOAM News at 6. President Biden today announced his long-awaited plan to deliver on a campaign promise to provide $10,000 in student loan debt cancellation for millions of Americans. The president said borrowers who earn less than $125,000 a year or families earning less than $250,000 would be eligible for $10,000 in forgiveness. If you are a recipient of the Pell Grant on your loans, an additional $10,000 would be forgiven, totaling $20,000. The president's also extending the pause on federal student loan payments through the end of the year. The White House estimates the announcement will erase the federal student debt of about 20 million people. And it brings us to today's KOAM News Now interactive question. How do you feel about the student loan debt cancellation? Your options are you love it, you generally support it, you generally oppose it, or maybe you hate it. You can give your answer right now at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote. Results are updated live. You can also leave additional comments on our Facebook page, and we're going to check back in on the numbers a little bit later in this newscast. While some students are celebrating student loan forgiveness, others are celebrating the start of the new school year. Crowder College today hosted their annual Cookout on the Quad. Not only is there good food, but the event also helps students connect with local businesses.
First week of school, so our students are nervous and excited, and we want to make sure they understand all the things that we have to offer. And sometimes you got to bring it to them in a way where they can't miss it. So out here on a beautiful sunny day, this is a great opportunity for our students to see what we have to offer.
Next week, Crowder College will host their Bargain Bonanza at the Student Center. The City of Joplin held a public meeting to discuss a property tax levy in the city. The council approved an ordinance that includes a tax levy on the Joplin Public Library.
Property tax has been authorized by the voters already. This is not a new tax. So cities, school districts, they have to reset their property tax levy every year using this calculation by the state auditor's office.
Joplin says the city property tax represents a very small portion of the overall property tax liability for the citizens of Joplin. Let's check in with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be another nice day for us today. Of course, hot across the region, temperatures into lower 90s. It is August, but at least the humidity is intact, so it's not extremely sticky or muggy across the region. Not much going on here. Any rain, you got to travel off toward the south across southern parts of the lower 48, but we are just kind of high and dry. Not too much going on. We're going to stay pretty calm over the next couple days. Temps still sitting upper 80s to lower 90s. If you have any outdoor activities this evening, looks fine. We're going to stay on the dry side. We're going to drop back through the 80s, eventually into the 70s, into the mid 60s. So another comfortable night for us tonight. Overnight low right around 66 degrees. We do have some thunderstorm chances in the forecast. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. While war continues in Ukraine, some Ukrainians living in southwest Missouri are pausing today to think about their home country. KOAM Shagun Bamadeli spoke to 2 today, that day that country celebrates its independence.
It's been 6 months since the war started in Ukraine, and today makes it 31 years of independence for Ukraine from the Soviet Union. I spoke to 2 Ukrainian citizens today, and they tell me what independence and freedom means to them.
We are celebrating this day, 24th of August, and we celebrated with flowers and champagne until this year.
Alexandra Olofish says his mom is still in Ukraine.
I do have my mom. She is still in Ukraine, but it's very difficult for her, and it's very difficult for her to make a decision to leave a country where she was born and where she lived all her life and just move to the other place. So yes, my mom is still in Ukraine.
New York Times reports that there are 5,587 confirmed civilian deaths in Ukraine.
I lost one of my friends during this war, and this is terrible. That's really sad to hear that news when you wake up in the morning and you can hear that one of your friends died.
A local seamstress tells me that the war makes today a hard day to celebrate. She says it is obvious that Ukrainian wants to remain in their country.
Honestly, everybody think that maximum 1 week and Ukraine will surrender and it will be Russia there. But surprisingly, our people, Ukrainian people, was strong and protective, and world around can see how much we want our freedom, our independence.
Lilia says misinformation has affected the war.
Information, propaganda, what Russian government through TV, radio station, I don't know, give to them citizen, completely cricket. They take some fact, kindly turn it upside down and give to people, and people, of course, believe them government.
Lilia says she believes Ukraine will come out victorious from the war. In Joplin, Shangumamdele, KOAM News.
Lilia and her husband are doing what they can to help other Ukrainians, specifically donating to help Ukrainian exchange students right here in the U.S. Coming up, we're going to hear from the new director of Pitt State's Paraguay program on how her experience in that country will guide others. Plus, Southeast High School in Kansas helps prepare students for interviews with new wardrobe. Pittsburgh State University's PSU in Paraguay program recently named a new director who has a lot of traveling experience herself. KOAM's Yana Hautala has more.
Angela Moots has been there herself, traveling to France to study abroad before going back because of the new exciting culture.
Traveling is just an amazing experience. Studying abroad, it really opens your eyes to other cultures. It helps you step outside your comfort zone.
She encourages students to try studying abroad because it may help them later on in their lives.
No matter what you're going to be doing in the future, you're always going to be interacting with people who have other beliefs and opinions. So it's a really great skill to have.
Moots is excited to lead the Paraguay program on campus. Currently, there are 8 students from Paraguay at PSU, while 13 are in Paraguay, preparing for their own trip to Southeast Kansas.
It's really great for students in Paraguay to be able to be in their home country and to study abroad and to learn about the American classroom and to learn, but then also to come to Pittsburgh and to continue their studies.
The program is great for students in Paraguay as they can stay with their family while getting used to the U.S. university system. Juan Ignacio Molo moved to the States 2 semesters ago. Now, he's connected with many students, experiencing university in the U.S.
To join a fraternity so I can be with Americans all the time. Then there are many activities here at PSU. I'm in the soccer team, rugby team, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it.
Molo agrees with Moots. The experience is beneficial.
Maybe tomorrow I'm working in, I don't know, in Asia, and since I have the opportunity to go out and like experience a different culture, I will know how to talk to the people. I mean, how to communicate with different people around the world.
In Pittsburgh, Yana Hautala, KOAM News.
PSU faculty members traveled to Paraguay to teach future PSU students general education classes needed before coming to Pittsburgh. Southeast High School is helping students with their wardrobe. Threads for Success was started by the FCCLA teacher and students to help those who can't find the right outfit for interviews. Paris Rattil won the Outstanding Teacher Award and $500 through a local radio station. She's using her winnings to buy more men's clothing.
The FCCLA had the idea with students who were in need of clothing for interviews, because here at Southeast Personal Finance class, the seniors enrolled in that do a senior interview day towards the end of the year. And we just ran into issues of a lot of students coming to see me that they didn't have anything to wear to the interview. So that's where the idea kind of got started up.
The clothes are free and any student who wears them can keep them. If you want to help donate to Threads for Success, you can go to our website again, KOAMnewsnow.com. A little bit later, Missouri high school football is here. We're going to hear from the Carthage Tigers about their matchup against the Republic Tigers.
Plus, we have some rain chances in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a nice day once again for us today. It's hot. It's August. We went into lower 90s for highs, but it's not the extreme heat that we've been accustomed to so much this summer so far. At least the last couple weeks have been a little bit better. Nice shot. This is our Lander Chevrolet Tower Cam in Joplin, Missouri, on the southeast side of the city. It looks pretty good. Just a few little cumulus clouds out there, but nobody is dealing with extreme heat across the entire Central Plains, which is pretty good. Mainly upper 80s, lower 90s for highs. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit, anywhere from 87 in Lamar, 85 in Neosho, 86 Miami, Pitt 87. A little bit hotter in our far western counties, Chanute, Neodesha, Independence, Nowata sitting right around 90 or just above. But at least we've had some relief the past couple weeks. Last week we had several days below average, and then this week we've been hanging out just below or right at our average high for this time of the year. Plus, on top of that, the humidity is low. We measure this with dew points showing us the moisture at the surface. When you're really in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees in the summer, that's pretty good. It puts us in that pleasant to not bad category, and that's what we're going to see over the next couple days, and then it's going to start to inch up just a bit. Let's go outside at 89. Northerly winds are light. Humidity is at 35%. Through the evening hours, it looks pretty good if you have any outdoor activities. We drop back through the 80s, 70s. Eventually, the 60s will go down to about 66 later on tonight. So another comfortable night. Looks good. Next couple days, nothing going on outside. Clear skies across the region. We still have the tropical moisture down to our south. Same system that dropped 15 inches of rain on top of Dallas over the weekend. But besides that, there's nothing going on. The jet stream's way to the north across southern Canada. Until this drops south, we're just not going to see any big changes over the next few days. So let's go ahead and go through time. Tonight, mid-60s, quick warm-up, 60s, 70s, upper 80s by noon. I think most of us will top out a little hotter than today. Lower 90s on the Missouri and Arkansas side, low to mid-90s once you get into our western counties. Here's your day planner. We're going to start at 66, 88 by noon. High temp right around 94. We're going to have a southeasterly wind at about 5 to 10. Tomorrow night, fine. Upper 60s to near 70 once again. As we go into Friday, mid 90s for highs. You can see a few little pop-up thunderstorms just north of the region. I think we're going to stay dry, but we are going to introduce some thunderstorm chances by the time we head into the weekend, which is good. We've been dry all week. We did get some scattered thunderstorms this past weekend. 94 tomorrow, 95 on Friday, 92 Saturday, 95 on Sunday. Hit and miss storms. If you have outdoor activities over the weekend, don't cancel them. These are going to be very hit and miss, and if they do hit, they're not going to last long. And then scattered thunderstorm chances continue into the beginning of next week.
We'll certainly be hoping for more hits than misses.
Yes, we need the hits.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, the Joplin High School softball team heads into the 2022 season with a new head coach. And the Carthage Tigers prepare for Friday night's season opener against Republic. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
This week is the first week of the regular season for Missouri high school football. The Carthage Tigers kick off their schedule Friday night, hosting Republic. The Carthage is riding a 21-game regular season winning streak into Friday's game. Last year, they were a perfect 9-0 in the regular season, including winning this matchup with Republic 35-14. The Tigers are looking forward to having their opener at home on Friday, a place they haven't lost in the regular season since 2019.
It's fantastic, just not to have to worry about the traveling, logistics and all those things. And Carthage is a great place to be on Friday night, as you'll see.
The people are insane. They're so supportive of all of us. And to be here for our opener, Fans are going to be loud. Crowd's going to be amazing. It's going to be a good night.
Yeah, I think they're ready. You know, we've had a good summer, a long summer. You know, Jamboree last week kind of helped us out a little bit. And then to get to game week finally, these guys are excited and ready to play.
Kansas City Chiefs legend and NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Len Dawson passed away today at the age of 87. Dawson led the Chiefs to their first ever Super Bowl title back in 1969, earning Super Bowl MVP honors and the nickname Lenny the Cool. He was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame as a player in 1987 and as a broadcaster in 2012. Joplin High School softball also kicks off their season on Friday. Eagles will play 2 games Friday, facing both Aurora and Carl Junction. Joplin is coming off a 16-14 record in 2021. It's their first winning season for the Eagles softball program since 2015. This fall is their first under head coach Brendan Schneider. Here he is on where his team's at and what has stood out with just 2 days left until their opener.
We had our Jamboree last night, and it was really, really nice to hear them talking to each other about what bunt coverage are we in, where are we going with the ball. I was really impressed by that. I think a lot of it stems from, you know, our 2 seniors, Jill McDaniel and Izzy Eust. And then you go down the list and all of a sudden you realize, well, Bailey Ledford's been playing third base for 3 years. This will be her 3rd year playing at third base, and she does a great job. I mean, the left side of our infield, it's almost like telepathic the way they communicate.
The St. Louis Cardinals hit the field tonight for Game 4 of their 5-game series against the Cubs. Now, the Cards have won 2 of the first 3 against Chicago and 9 of their last 10 games overall. And tonight, send Miles Michaelis to the hill looking to secure the series victory. Game time for that one is 7:05. Have the latest from the game right here tonight at 10. We'll also have the latest from this one. The Kansas City Royals finish up a 2-game set against the Diamondbacks this evening. The Royals are aiming for the split after dropping Game 1 last night. First pitch for this one is set for 7:10 in Kansas City. So I know everybody's excited about football season beginning on Friday. I'm also really excited about softball. I love shooting softball. And one of my favorite parts of covering sports in this area is we get softball in the fall and softball in the spring.
I can feel the excitement. That's
I'm ready to go.
Vibe. We'll be right back. We take time now to honor a local veteran. Ryan Dodd Johnson served in the U.S. Army in 2013 and 2014. The Ottawa, Kansas native served in the 10th Mountain Division, and we are proud to salute Ryan Dodd Johnson, a 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. First Lady Jill Biden is recovering after testing positive for COVID-19 again. Plus, concerns are rising as deaths at the border increase this month, along with fentanyl seizures. And this year's drought has revealed some dinosaur footprints in Texas. Those stories, a lot more. It's all coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Let's check back in with our KOAM interactive question. We've been asking, how do you feel about the student loan debt cancellation so far? About 3 out of 4 say they hate it. A good number, 30% said they love it. Not a lot of people in between on this one. You do still have time to participate. KOAMnewsnow.com/vote. We're going to have the final results tonight at 10. It's going to be hot for the next several days.
It is. Temperatures getting up there, 94 tomorrow, 95 on Friday. We hold into the 90s through the weekend and early next week, but we introduce at least hit and miss thunderstorms by the weekend.
Final sports notes.
We'll have more from the Carthage Tigers right here tonight at 10. They're going to have 3 new faces up on the offensive line. We'll hear from Coach Guidey on that right here tonight.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10. Let's make it a great evening.